Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's daily update. Today's date is Wednesday, 27th of March, 2024. We're going to look at US dollar index, the DXY, then we look at euro dollar as well as the gold to know what uh, we are doing, okay? We believe that dollar has been on a long time uptrend. So it's been on uptrend for quite a while until recently that we'll see this maybe change in trend or what we'll still call for now a correction to a higher time frame correction. But with what we know of wave, this to the downside is not complete. And we believe that what we've had in the middle is the correction of B. And at least we should have equal leg of this from here to this point. We should have it right from here to the downside to give us an equal print. And with that, we'll say at least an 100 extension to the downside. We have corrected or completed the correction. And thereafter, we'll have to be looking at what the trade is doing, if we're going to have more extension or if it's going to go over 161.8. Then we'll now know that once it's over 161.8, that's a big trend to the downside. But for now, we are still going to be conservative, like I said. We believe that we have finished this to the upside here. So we do not think that this trade will come up to test this area. And I will let you know why. After the completion of a C leg to the upside, and this is the first 5 waves that we're seeing to the downside. So, and this is either A or 1, and what we are seeing here is the first shot of a B or 2. Now, can this go up to test this area? It certainly can do that. That's a big move. It certainly can do that, but I will say the probability of the price doing that, it's very small. Probably I would say it's about 15 or 10%. The probability that the price is going to come up here to test this area, in which case we are seeing this as a first move, and that we are seeing this as an A, B, and a C of equal leg, because so far we are seeing this reaction at exactly about 51 or 61.8 retracement to the downside, and we are seeing this extension. So, and with that, if this is going to go up, the least it could be is a zigzag. And if you're going to have a zigzag right from this level to the upside, because we were expecting this to correct, actually dip a bit to give us A of B, B of B, and a C of B to come to the downside or break low. And with that, I will say that if price had done that to break low before going up, then that will work perfectly for a zigzag to the upside. Then we'll know that price is going to give us a higher correction or a bigger correction by breaking this to the upside before turning down or testing around this area before turning to the downside with a big move. But with what I'm seeing now, if you're going to have 100 extension, a zigzag here, it's going to fall at about 90 of this particular wave, a 90 retracement, and that's beyond what you expect a 2 or a B wave to be. It's beyond, it's going to be beyond, it's not going to match up. And if you use DXY, you can go and do all of that at your own convenience. If you do DXY with the way price is, if we had expected it to run a zigzag to the upside, we would have expected to break the low and give us a zigzag. But from this level, is going to, the 100% retracement is going to go slightly above this area. So with that setup here and being a zigzag, it kind of not working because I don't expect with this move to the downside, this can only be a correction to this. So I don't expect this to even break this area. So the most probable thing we should be looking at now is the movement against this area, this top. So we could have a double top before falling. That is what is possible. We should be expecting a double top before falling, or something close to a double top, maybe not exactly a double top. And I will tell us how to, align ourselves with what we are seeing. Now, when you see this move, you can get easily carried away because for anybody that wants to interpret price action, seeing this move, you would have thought that this is going to send the price to the downside. And this price closing upwards, properly closing like this, then you would have thought also that what price is going to do is to continue to go up. These are gimmicks. When you are in a corrective format, the candle interpretation does not come into it at all. When you are in a corrective format, you have to be very careful interpreting, oh, this is hammer, this is a pin bar, this is that, this is a engulfing candle. You have to be very careful. You have to know where those candles are occurring. So for me, if this is going to break up, then we will know. For now, we still feel that this is going to probably test close to this area without breaking it. So this will be a tough call. The top of this place will be a tough call for price to break. And you can see also that this is day 3 of the week. This is Wednesday. We're going to Thursday, and the price has not broken above this area. Of course, price may project a bit before falling, and price may start falling from this area. That's one thing. So price may start falling from this area from Friday or anytime from now. So, but let's see, what are we looking at really? If we go to the daily, what is it looking like? So this is what it's looking like in the daily. So we are seeing this, and we are taught that this probably will correct around this area to break low before going up, but that is not what is happening now. So this is going up at a full, full wave in itself, which we believe that it shouldn't take the top of this area. It should not take the top of this area. That's what we believe now. Yes, because it's from here. So we're not even talking of this area. This area will be a potential place that price may fall. We don't expect price to break here. So going to the DXY, we don't also expect it to break this top. So price is setting to fall. And going to we can see what is happening around this area. This might just be potentially the last movement to the upside before we begin to see a drop. We must be ready for that. If anything you want to do, you can take a small lot size and set your stop loss just slightly above this area. That is what you can do. Just slightly, like 5 or 10 pips above this zone, because we don't expect price to break it before, price should not break this level if we want to go down. It will break it if we are going up. So if that happens and it's holding above it, then we can now begin to look at the possibility of a zigzag A, B, and a C, but it's going to run above this area. This area is a tough call for price to come to. That is what we are. So it's the knowledge of wave that we are using now. So I'm already taking time. 4-hour time frame. Let's go straight to 1 hour time frame to see what exactly is happening around this area now. This is a DXY. So what is happening around this area? You cannot treat these. You cannot treat these because that is the wave now. So this is the top that we must not break. So you cannot treat this now as an A, B, C. No, you cannot treat this as an A, B, C. This now, it's looking because we are running against this area. This is looking like, for me, it's looking like this is looking like the first wave A, and this is B, or a 1 and 2. And so this is the first wave, a 1 or A, and this is going to be a B also and a 2 to this level. So with that at the back of your mind, so what you don't want this to do is to break beyond 85 points, or is it 6.5 now, or let's say 88. You don't expect this to break beyond 88. So or the potential place it could begin to fall is around 78 or 88 area without breaking it. Let's say 85, 86.5. So it should not break beyond that area. That's where you can begin to look for price. You must be able to count the internal structure here. So it doesn't really matter. So if we are looking at this as a 1 and this as a 2 or a B, it should not even test 90. It should not test 90. Talk less of breaking it, except if they want to now manipulate. They can now have a double top and begin to fall without breaking this top. Without breaking this top, we don't have to break this top now. That is what I'm saying. If we want to break this top, this would have corrected below this area and now go up, and that will break this top. But now, this is not to break this top here. That is what it is. So we might be seeing an extended flat here in the middle, which is awkward. So where this, we see this as an A B, or a running flat. So a running flat rather. So an A B, and a C. So that's what it's looking like. If I bring out that drawing. So the extended flat in the making in that area will look like this. Oh, sorry, a running flat will not look like this. In that area, that's the way it's going to look like. That's the way it's going to look like. That's the connector in between. After this move, the connector, and this is the last C wave. So this will still be A, because that's the connector of B in between, and this will be C wave. So we are running this to become a 5 waves structure. So far with what I'm seeing here now, we are seeing this as a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, and this is the last wave to the upside. So with that said, without breaking and taking this top, I'm expecting that this, and this is 85 here. This is 78. Let's look at it. Right from the top of the purple, down to this area. This is DXY. So this is 85. 85 is actually here. So we are actually running against this narrow zone. I don't expect price to break this area. Price going above this area, where maybe then we can now say maybe it's going to kiss the top before falling. But if this is going to be an A, B, or a 1 and 2, this is the last place. No matter what, they are going to ensure that that happens. So with that, if that happens, so we are running a 3-1 and a 3-2. So that's what is going to probably look like. So this will come to the downside. Because it won't make any sense to me for this to even kiss this top before coming down. So if you had wanted to break, like I said, would have thrown this leg to the downside and go up to break it. But now I don't see this breaking the top. With that said, if on the US dollar index, let's quickly see what it looks like on the US dollar index. The same connector here of a running flat. You see, all these things are not apparent when they are forming. So that's why it's very difficult. So we can see a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So once price comes to break this bottom, we are going down. That sets the mood. But our ability to catch what is happening in here is what we have to do. So a whole lot will be happening around this area because this one is so close. This is 85 here. Price has been playing so below this and forming structures around this area. A 3-3, a 3, a 3-4, a 3-5, big fall to the downside. And this is the last wave. And it can get truncated around by just touching this area. I believe that yeah, this is where 85 also. So you will pay attention to 85 for all. We'll pay attention to that 85. And if it breaks, then, you know, this area price is not expected to break it. So let's go to euro dollar. I've taken time now. It's a serious business. It's not easy. So we look at that also, the connector also here. I think, yeah, this is the connector here. That's the connector there. So it forms more like a flat structure in that place. That's the connector before this last wave. So the connector here is kind of more funny. So here and a flat, so it's a bit funny here on the euro dollar. So, but it's still the same. And we are looking at this may not even get to 85. So, but you must be ready to count the internal structure because for DXY and US dollar index is very close to 85. For this one, really, it's this point that we're talking about. This point has gone beyond what you will say is 85. If I'm correct, yes, it's gone beyond this because this is the first move here before this and this. And so the price is, yeah, here it's a bit funny. So probably we'll take it from here, from the low here. Price may just kiss the bottom, but we need to pay attention to what is happening here. So this is 61. So price may just come to 61 again. I don't see this price testing 78, but in case it breaks below here, this is where we should be expecting it at 78, 76, 78, around this area. So for euro dollar, it's a bit around this area, but let's us see it break this place before for first. And going inside of it on a 15 minutes time frame, on a 15 minutes time frame, so we know that we've done a 1 and a 2 and a 3 here and a 4 here. So we are trying to negotiate the last 5 waves now. And this can get truncated. So with what we have here now, so we will be raising against this area. Once the price would come and break this point, then we are going back up now. Even though this will confirm it, this area will confirm it, but once we break this area now, we are going back up. So potentially, we can test this area, but I will first look at what reaction I'm going to get here. I will look at the first reaction I'm going to get around this area first. If we break below this area, then what I will be looking at potentially around this area. So within that, how many pips move? Within about 38 pips move, we should see reactions to the upside. So if we should break down here, we are coming to this area of 76.31 or 75.68. That's the area to come to. But of course, we'll be working with alongside the DXY to see what is going to happen. So it's difficult trading this because it will get truncated around this area or around this area. Looking for a sell here, it's not guaranteed that it's going to come here. Because if you look at the DXY and the US dollar index is very close to 85. So here is not even touching 61. So that's the manipulation. So if you are thinking, oh, you're looking for 85 on both, and 85 is very deep here, you'll be surprised and you'll be played. So all these gimmicks is to gather liquidity before the big move to the upside, and dollar is going to fall. So that is setting up, the momentum is setting up for a fall in the dollar. So we are taught that this will do a 1 to the downside and a dip to a 3 breaking a 4 and a 5. But the way it is now, you know, a lot of manipulation, a lot of divergence here. When you talk of the momentum, there's a divergence now. So that is what, so we are going to pay attention to what is happening here. So nobody can tell you when it's going to happen. If we bring out the RSI, so you can see the 1 hour RSI. Let's look at the 1 hour RSI. There is a momentum divergence already. So there is a momentum divergence already. So you can see we're testing low around this area. So low around this area. So there's a divergence, clear divergence. If you look at 4 hours, all the signs are telling us that price is going to go back up. So even around this area, okay, let's look at this area, yes. So this area is the most low at this point, coincided with the most low, and now this is the recent low here. So at the recent low, this is where we had. There is a divergence. Even though we are going price low here, the RSI is pushing up. So there is a clear divergence up to up. So we're going to see a movement. We may test the bottom again or slightly break it to the downside or kiss this area before we go up. So we are setting the mood for, you know, a showdown to the upside. So I don't want to sell these. I want to look for a buy. So, but we have to be very careful looking for a buy. So this has done 5 waves for me to the downside. And to finish, these 5 waves may just be a 3 and a 4, and this is the 4th wave. This is a 2. This might be a 4th wave, and this may be the last wave to the downside before we turn to the upside. So you must be ready for that. Then if you should break this level on DXY and US dollar index, then you cannot begin to think of, oh, the price trying to now test this area and a long ABC. So that is what and how to align yourself. Gold. If I were you, I will hang my boots and not trade gold for now. I will hang my boots and not trade gold for now. Gold is a bit messy. It's a bit messy. We are taught that after this big move of 2 to the downside, we have done a 1 and 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and we are to do a big correction to the downside. So we are taught that this will be an A and a B, and for us to have one more leg C to the downside. But the way the price is going to the upside, I don't like it. After this move, I don't like this. So that's why it's better for me to hang my boots. Someone asked me a question in the on the up, that why do I think that this will happen here? The reason why I thought it will happen is this. Let's go on a 15 minutes time frame and bring out the drawing. This is a sharp move. This may have done a 1, A, B, C, or B, and the last 5 waves, which is a 1, A, B, C, 2, and to finish 3, a 4 of 3, and the last wave 5. So this is like a 5-way structure to the upside, like a C wave to the upside. And these are like an A in between a B and a C wave. And that looks perfect for whatever we want to call it, an ABC to the upside after this initial move here. So this looks like an A, this looks like a B. So I was expecting a C wave, and if it's going to be a C wave, for this to have come down in 5-wave structure looks pretty much okay for it to come down in 5-wave structure. And we were expecting that this is going to go up as a retracement of these, at least to a maximum of 85.4 before we come down. But it went and stalled at 90. That for me looks bizarre. So I don't want to trade it because it could well be going up. So it looks like it's going to still go up. It looks like it's going to still go up. And so it's kind of very funny now looking that they couldn't even test so low and rather stay away from gold and trade, other things that I feel that it's more clear, than trading gold. I want this thing to pick a side, probably go up again around this area, begin to fall. And if it's going to fall, I will allow it to fall. And once it breaks low here, probably a retest, I will now join the sell and later look for a buy. The structure is still muddy, is still very unsteady and unclear. So I don't expect it to have broken 85. So that was where I gave the stop loss, because I thought it would be a 2 of 5 of the last C, a 1 of C, a 2 of C. Then we're going to now have a bigger third way to the downside. So for now, my advice, stay away from gold until the coast is clear. With that said, see you later. Bye.